Hi, this is Beverly Fells Jones, the Silver Fox of Consciousness, and I'm here. Just got home from visiting with a friend and stopped at Sprouts, and Sprouts had string beans on sale for less than $1 a pound. So I got in and I said, okay, how are we going to go? She had had some, she was fixing for dinner, and I said, I haven't had fresh string beans in forever. Now, this was less than a pound of string beans. This isn't how they looked when I first got them. They were longer, and they still had their ends on them. Let me see. So, which way I want to go? This way. They still had their ends on them, and you know. So I cut the connected end and the opposite end off of all my string beans. I know, Bev, you should plant further ahead. It's okay. But I thought about the fact that a lot of people have never made fresh string beans. And it's been years, and with my mom would get fresh string beans, and we were close to the farmer's market, and she'd get fresh string beans, and we'd have to sit and snap the ends off. I did it easy. I cut it off with the knife. But anyway, I've got them all in a size that I want. Now, string beans, you know, they take a little bit of time. Oops, got one in I missed. They take a little bit of time to cook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put them in the frying pan. Okay. I know you don't see the whole frying pan yet. Where are you? There you are. There you are. Oops, wrong direction. There we go. Alright. So, it's weird looking at the camera from the front. Anyway. So, yeah, they're not the best in the world. I thought about slicing them like so, kind of like French style green beans. But do you know how long it would take? Well, if I had done them before I split them, right? I could have cut them in half on the cutting board and split them up. So I think I'll do just a few here. Okay. Now these, as I'm feeling them, they are not the freshest thing in the world, but if you think you get super fresh stuff in the grocery store, remember these probably were picked last week, shipped from California or Mexico or who knows where. These weren't local. I can tell fresh from I split that. I did you last week and harvested you last week, or yeah, when you get stuff in a grocery store, it is nuts. That's why I love growing food. But I've got some string beans out there, but I forgot all about them. They were hidden by the tomato plants that I finally got standing up because they had fallen down. And there they are, but most of the beans are dried. So, but that's fine. I can use them next year and plant them next year and have beans come up. How's that? Okay, I think that's all I want to split. A few more. Okay. I mean, you could put this on the cutting board and split them. It's not taking that long to actually cut them. But in the can, you can find French-style string beans, and they've actually been cut. Yeah, there's blemishes on these beans. I'm not worried about it. Really not worried about it. I don't. When you see perfection in the stores or in cans, I mean, they've thrown away a lot of perfectly good food. They just aren't. The watermelon isn't shaped right, or the cantaloupe doesn't have the right shape, or the onion is a little bit blemished, or your tomatoes aren't all looking the same way. I think there's a service that I can't think of the name of it right now. Maybe one of you can talk about the name, that allows you to buy imperfect. I think it was imperfect foods. Yeah, that's it. And so you get to do that. Pull that one out. Okay, so I got some split, some not, some cut. All right. Now, stove on low. Today I'm using grapeseed oil. It's good for you too. Alright. I know, that's a lot of grapeseed oil, Beverly. Yes, I know. And I've got some garlic powder. And maybe a quarter of a teaspoon. And I've got some sea salt. Another quarter of a teaspoon. But it's larger. Okay. Alright. So what I'm going to do is let the pan get hot. While the pan is getting hot, I had this purple onion for a while. So I'm going to slice up this purple onion. Okay. Here's my cutting board right there. Not too close to the fire, but I wanted you to see that. So purple onion. I usually buy one purple onion with the intention of putting it in a salad, and that's a short knife. Intention of putting it in a salad, and then I wind up not putting it in the salad. So I said, and it's kind of, purple onions are a little spicy, so I'm going to use the purple onion in the green beans. And I've got these peppers, a whole bunch of peppers, and they're starting to get old because I haven't done anything with it. I'm still drying celery, which that's another video. So until I finish drying the celery, I can't get into dry my peppers, right? But I'm going to take some of these peppers and these seeds. I went looking for onion seeds today. Do you know all the seed places? I went to Callaway's. That's a nursery. No seeds. I mean, they had seeds, but it was basil and flowers. I was looking for onion seeds. I got to find my packs of onion seeds I have here at home, because I want to get them planted this fall. And I went online looking for onion seeds designed for Texas weather, and everybody sold out and said, give us your email address and we'll let you know when we get them in. So my question is, where's the onion seeds coming from? And they're probably just harvesting them, because I've got some onions outside that went to seed, so I'll be able to take some of that. Let's see, this one. So I'm going to take all these nice little peppers, throw the seeds on something in case some people want some of these small peppers for their garden next year. I've got plenty of seeds already saved up from earlier harvests, and some of the ones were bigger than this, so I have that. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to rinse out the seeds and clean this up, and then I'll be back. I'm back. Yeah, I was talking one time, and I was asking the question. I did a Facebook Live kind of thing, and I asked the question, do you keep your counters all cleaned off? You know, are they all just totally clean? I mean, I got my paper towels. This needs to be put away. This is my teapot. I make hibiscus tea. Keep my blood pressure in check. That's me. That's what they say. The hibiscus tea will do that. And then, getting a little hot in my jacket. As I said, I had been out visiting with a friend today. So I'm cooking the string beans. I'm going to put a little bit of filtered water in here so they can steam just a little bit. But I want them to sizzle for a little bit before I do that. Okay? Let's come in just a little bit. There we go. Sorry about that, moving you around. But, so what do I have in here? Salt and garlic powder and grapeseed oil. Now, most of the time, when I feel like it, but I'm ready to eat, I'll fry up some bacon and use bacon fat, and then after this was, when it was cooking and steaming, I would put the bacon back in. But today, I didn't feel like do this. I didn't feel like frying up the bacon first. It's a little later in the evening. I think I gotta go check something real quick. I'm supposed to be on a Zoom call, but I'm not sure what time. So, the one girl just texted and she said, I have a mastermind group. There's 3 of us and we meet once a week to check in and see what we're doing and all that wonderful good stuff. And so the one girl is still down in San Diego, but she can meet tomorrow or Friday. So I haven't heard back from the one woman who really, we use her Zoom login. Ooh, that's looking good, right? Looking good. Alright, now that the string beans have been cooking for a while, we'll make a little hole in here. Let's stick the onions. You probably said, oh, look how many. I told y'all I love onions. Alright, so there's the onions. And I was talking so much, I haven't gotten the peppers done, but the peppers will cook faster than the onions and string beans. So anyway, so we meet and we discuss what we've been doing and what we've accomplished this week, and we ask questions about, you know, social media and advertising and all that kind of stuff. Because for those of you who've been following me for a while, you know I teach the Think and Grow Rich class with Napoleon Hill. Well, I have recently hired somebody to make me a cover so that I can publish the workbook, the study guide, on Amazon. I had one out there, but this one is, you know, I've taught the class multiple times now, and I've updated the workbook, added new things, new information, bring it more relevant, just some more questions, things that came up during the class. You know what? I think that's more than enough peppers. What do you think? I'll save these peppers for tomorrow. Even though they've already been cut, I'll put them in the refrigerator with the other half of the purple onion. and we'll be in good shape. Okay, let's see what we look like. Alright, so the onion is looking good. Looks like it's cooking up nicely. The string beans are cooking up nicely. Now, I'm going to put my peppers in. Now, it may need some more salt as we cook, but for now, that's all I'm putting in there. Except in a little bit, I'm going to put some water for steaming. Now, one of the things I do when I'm cooking is I clean as I go most of the time. That way I don't have a lot of cleaning up to do when I finish eating or at the end of the night. Now if I'm making a huge meal, I still, the counter is kind of full of dishes, right? But I work hard while I'm cooking in order not to have to work hard after I finish eating and I want to be kind of sleepy and I want to just sit down and relax because I ate too much, you know. So there's the string beans. Oh, so I don't know when this string bean thing is coming up, but if you watched the Spanish rice, Beverly style Spanish rice, I just want you to know that I was going to freeze that, you know, freeze half of it for later. The Spanish rice was so good. I mean, so I'll put a link to it, I think. Anyway, the Spanish rice was so good that I ate it the next day, and I ate it the third day, 3 days in a row, and finished it up. It was so good. So, but this, and today at, this is going to be a weird meal. Today at Sprouts, it was, so today's Wednesday, and it's sushi day. So you get sushi for $5. So, hopefully they didn't fall upside down. So, it's sushi day, and so I got a California roll, and I got crunchy shrimp roll. I have no idea how that's going to taste, but I've got extra pickled ginger, and I've got soy sauce, and oh, I won't eat all of this tonight because I'm eating string beans too, but so some of this will be for tomorrow. I'll seal it up real good before I put it in the refrigerator so it doesn't dry up. So I'm having a weird meal, right? String beans with onions and peppers and sushi. I know. It's like, Beverly, really? Yes, really. Okay, let's see what they look like. They're looking good. Alright, so they're stir frying nicely, but we're going to be running out of water soon. So I'm going to put the lid on in a minute. This is what I found on the counter. So this is, what is this? It's not even a cup, a half a cup of water. Turn the fire up to high, and we're going to let this stuff steam until my string beans are done, because they're still tough. Alright, we'll be back then. Well, isn't it pretty? Isn't it lovely? It is gorgeous. It's just about out of water. And the string beans are softer. So I can kind of cut them with the spoon. Before I couldn't do that. But it's colorful because it's not just green peppers. It's red and it's orange peppers and the purple onions. So it gives it a lot of color and interest. So this was less than 1 pound of string beans. Now again, if I wanted to, I could take a certain amount. I'm going to eat some tonight. And then I can put them in individual containers, you know, Ziploc or, what do you want to call it? Pull that back a little bit. Vacuum sealed bags. And I could make individual servings for myself. But the string beans were on sale. Now if you wanted to can them and buy them on sale, and you know, you can do all kinds of things with this. You could cook them and make green bean casserole if you want it. Another one I've done with string beans is I put them in spaghetti sauce. Yeah, in spaghetti sauce. Or, you know, chili, whatever. But this is what I'm having tonight. And that's my serving. So there's probably 2 more servings in here. And I'm just going to take one. Okay, I could use a little bit more salt. But otherwise, it's just enough garlic. The onion, I haven't tasted. And it's good and tender, and the pepper, it's just going to be really good. Thanks for watching. Again, if you are new to the channel, please give me a thumbs up. If you're old to the channel, if you've been coming a while, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't. And what else? Share if somebody you know likes string beans. And you can do this with canned string beans. You just don't have to cook it as long. I'd say cook the onions and the peppers first, and then drain the can of string beans, rinse them off, and then put them in and heat them up with this. Just as good. But this is using fresh string beans. It is awesome. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.